With the stated aim of providing a forum for debate, dialogue and dissemination of cross-sectoral issues, the New Zealand Construction Industry Council holds an important leadership role in the building and construction industry in New Zealand. We caught up with Graham Burke, the chair of the New Zealand Construction Industry Council, and asked him exactly what is the CIC and what does it do.
So the Construction Industry Council is an association of associations. And we're the collaborative voice of those associations in the construction industry, or the built environment industry, if you prefer. And we work basically at the interface between industry and government. So 2019 leading into 2020 was absolutely going gangbusters. The industry was at the height of a all-time long growth cycle. And COVID was really something that I don't think it hit most people's minds until probably February. So we went from all systems, absolute maximum capacity bursting at the seams, to dead stop in a period of 48 hours for most people.
Our plan is simple. We can stop the spread by staying at home and reducing contact.
But with an eye to the future, the Construction Industry Council, along with a range of industry bodies and government departments, were working on a set of protocols to allow industry to resume once lockdown levels were reduced.
If you look at the standards and protocols, health and safety protocols that let us get back to work on day one of level 3, that was an absolutely amazing combination of work from different industry bodies, different parts of the supply chain, coordinated by CHASMs and then fed through the construction accord so that it was all approved by government and then universally taken up and accepted across the industry and by the regulators. 2019 was highlighted by intense skill shortages across the sector, and that hasn't actually changed. You know, we're still struggling for numbers and skilled people in a lot of sectors. We've now, of course, got the additional problem in some specialist areas where we've got skilled people wanting to come into the country, or they've been here for quite some time and haven't been able to go home and see their families. And that potentially is going to reach a bit of a crisis point soon if we're not there already. We've got more apprentices in training at the moment than any time before in history. And we can thank that fairly and squarely on apprenticeship boost. But, you know, even if we have a downturn, we're going to need all of those people in the sector just to replace the likes of me that are baby boomers and getting ready to retire. I mean, we've got a growing industry, we've got an aging population, and we need to stay strong. We need to build good, resilient businesses that concentrate on value rather than just price. And we need to be bold and keep the faith through good times and bad. It's gone from something that wasn't talked about 75 years ago, maybe even 2 or 3 years ago, to something that I think is actually quite front of mind for most of us. And we're a long way from beating the problem, but at least it's something that we're aware of and we're looking out for in our people. And I think the reticence to actually ask for help to some extent has certainly hasn't gone away. It's still a problem with us guys, but we are getting better, I think. And it's great to see, you know, the likes of Mates in Construction who are getting out there. And even over lockdown, you know, they opened their, I think they called it the smoko room so that people could call in. And, you know, the first week or so of lockdown, I don't think they had many calls, but they were telling me that they were getting significant numbers of people calling them towards the end. And you know, that pressure doesn't go away. But it is really good to have BOINZ there as the, they're the cogs that make the machine work when it comes to BCAs and, you know, consenting and what have you. So that it is a really good time to have them so closely involved with the Construction Industry Council. Resilience is really important at the moment, and planning for, you know, without doubt, whether we go up or down over the next year or so, given it about 2023, we're going to see it take off again. So we have to be ready for that.